back to the fence, and that's gone.
There it is. Ace to win the set. It's caught. 20-10 touchdown.
This is going to be in the gap.
Yes! Scores on the deflection. The Andover Huskies win their first state championship.
Welcome back to Andover High School Husky Stadium. We're here for the second part of the doubleheader as the girls now take the field. The Andover Huskies coming in with a record of 1-1. They'll take on the Totino-Grace Eagles, who are 0-1, lost this last Saturday to Hill Murray. I'm joined with Hall of Fame coach Pete Hayes, who is just informed me that the weather is absolutely gorgeous.
It really is, Jim. It was a little warm for the boys' game, but it's nice right now, and we're expecting a good soccer game here. Andover, tough competition to start the year, playing Rosemont and Woodbury and splitting with those two. So they are ready for high-level soccer here in the Northwest Suburban against Totino-Grace.
Yeah, and Rosemont coming off a championship in Class 3A last year, shut out by the Huskies, 1-0 on the opening game in Duluth last Friday, and then taking a loss with the Huskies did to the Woodbury Royals, a 1-0 loss. As tough competition coming right out of the gates. That's the gauntlet.
Yeah, that's for sure. But then you're ready for Northwest Suburban Conference soccer, so you got to hand it to them for playing that tough competition.
Tracy Grease, the coach for the Huskies in her 10th year. She started back in 2014. She's taken the Huskies to state 3 times. And last time, I believe it was 2017 the last time that the Huskies won Section 7. They have a solid squad this year. And Totino lost 4-rip to Hill Murray, one of their rivals from Section 4. Although they have moved from Section 4, they're no longer in Section 4, believe it or not. Matamida is probably the strongest competition out of Section 4.
Yeah, Tracy's done a nice job here at Andover, and they're always very, very competitive. Here's an opportunity.
Shot just wide. Goalkeepers for both teams. Haley Mao for the senior is in net for the Huskies, and for the Totino-Grace Eagles, it will be Kaylin Cantwell, both seniors. Goal kick and pushed up. Huskies are in black. They're going right to left. Eagles are in white with the dark blue, the navy blue, or royal blue, I guess, lettering.
Well, that was a good opportunity early for Totino-Grace.
Well, we saw in the first game the boys won 4-3, but the Eagles came out within 2 minutes, and we're just at the 2-minute mark right now, and they scored. The Eagles scored 2 minutes into the match and had the Huskies on their heels, and just about the same thing happened with Huskies. Here comes the Huskies. Huskies on a cross. That one failed to click.
Great through ball right there by Dana Stocky. The center midfielder is a senior for Andover.
First corner kick for the Huskies. A little tip out there. And now across in net and not cutting in. Was one of the Huskies who came right on to her laces.
Yeah, short kick here. Totino's got to make sure they put somebody over there. Andover recognized that, got a good opportunity to score right there. Mental gaffe by Totino-Grace, not moving somebody over there.
Don Bratz passes it back, and that's Stocky. And another through ball, and that one's going to Hoffman, one of the captains. And nice job by the defense of the Eagles.
Both teams with a couple opportunities here early in the game. Looks like we're going to have a wide open one here, Jim. We're only a little over 3 minutes into the game, and both teams have had good opportunities to score.
And a quick handball. That'll be Eagle ball. Now I know that we show the far side of the visitor side, and no one's sitting over there, but pretty good crowd for a preschool. And when I say preschool, before school starts night, as student section.
Yeah, I agree. Nice
folks,
crowd.
yeah.
Nice crowd, but it's a beautiful night. You know, students like to see their buddies before school starts next week, so they come on out. And you want to come now before it gets too cold at the end of the year, but it sounds like next week's going to be another scorcher.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's and to be honest, these are almost, you know, gift days when it's warm, hot and warm this late. I know that it can be difficult on the players, and not at all minimizing the health of the players, but boy, it sure feels nice when it's summer-like weather in September.
Well, these players are used to that because they've all played in the USA Cup.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And that's always the hottest week of the year.
Yep. Oh, driven off the ball, and it'll be another free kick. Good physical play by the Huskies, but just a little bit too much of a shoulder and an arm, as the Totino-Grace Eagles will have a free kick just about at the 50.
Both teams playing a 4-4-2. The flat back. And they're both attacking.
Keene with a shot at it, pass out net, and we've got a free kick. Boy, that could have gone either way,
That
Coach.
sure could have. the Totino players saying, what the heck? I got grabbed. But
He's going to go talk to the linesman.
I'll tell you, if they change it, it's going to be a penalty kick.
Yeah, yep.
So
Streeper
be sure.
right
Here's
there.
another look at it.
Good pass out front, Streeper and Nordquist.
I don't know.
Well, they are gonna award a penalty shot, penalty kick.
I don't know if there's much of anything there.
Yeah, that one, that whistle was blowing a little early. So, all right, first one of the season on QCTV. And it looks like Mackenzie Keene will take it. That's number 9. Elena Eggum will take it. Haley Mao in net right now, trying to preserve the tie game. We're 34-16 left in the first half, so about 5.5 minutes in. And it's over. It's good from about 17 yards out if you were playing football, but we missed the net.
That's tough right there. Got an opportunity to go up early, got a gift given to you, and you didn't like the gift.
Yeah.
You gave it back. Or you gave it to somebody else next Christmas.
Yes. It's the white elephant gift,
The white elephant
Yeah.
gift. Keeps on giving.
So that PK goes over. I'm sure that she's going to be thinking, Elena Eglin is going to be thinking about that tonight as she heads off.
You know, also, if you're Totino-Grace now, you better be very careful in the box because officials don't mind giving that opportunity back to the other team.
That goes off. I thought it went off a hand. It did not. Yes, Lydia Nordquist with the throw-in. Is it down? And settled by Stocky. Stocky's been active as Cantwell comes out and grabs it.
Seems like two pretty evenly matched teams here so far. Once again, it's the let's see what the other team has stage. Been pretty good down that left wing is Totino-Grace. A couple of opportunities and Andover with a couple of opportunities. So a wide open game here so far, and we're only 8 minutes in.
Some speed on that left side, on that far side. That pass fails to click. As Streeper over to Eggum. Eggum tries to hit Streeper again. She's going to try to get it before, and it'll go out. It'll be a goal kick.
Good idea right there. Tried to bend the ball back, keep it in a little bit. Wasn't quite able to run onto it for Totino-Grace. Got the lights on, Jim.
Beautiful nights again. Fun to get the school year started, and we're actually in the second week of games already. Started last Thursday. That one goes off ahead, and it'll be a throw-in for the Huskies on the far side.
Well, it's state fair time, and
have you gone yet?
I haven't. I think Friday night we're going to go.
What now? On Thursday we were, Tim Anderson and I were talking about fair food. What's yours? What's your go-to? Do you have one?
I like those Australian potatoes.
Oh, I haven't had that.
It's over kind of by the horse barn.
Okay.
They're big potatoes with different toppings on them, and the go-tos, the French fries and the lemonade and Martha's cookies. You can't go wrong with them.
Well, you can't.
But I told my wife I'm going to try new stuff this year.
Okay. Well, I've got some. Do you like coffee? Are you a coffee drinker?
I do like coffee.
Okay. So at the there is Swedish egg coffee, and it is absolutely the best coffee I have ever had.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not joking. It is something I wake up during the year and wish it was state fair time.
And where do you get that? Let's get
that is at the one of the church houses up by the Ecolab barn or Ecolab house or whatever it is. I think on the north side.
Okay.
And it is a must. It is just. I wish I could figure out how to make it at home.
Well, my wife would like that too, so we're going to look for that on Friday.
All right, Streeper into Eglem. Eglem goes to the right, and Streeper, and it'll be offside. She carried herself off. She just kind of drifted, and I think you were looking at Eglem. Thought she was going to take the shot.
Yeah, that was close right there, but nice build up by Totino-Grace.
You see, Eglem's a big part of this offense. She's controlled up middle, nice little give and go.
Yeah, that's a nice ball right there.
And that one goes through the legs, controlled by. It goes out of bounds. It'll be thrown for the Huskies on the far side. Yep. We have some substitutions come in as Ellie Fields comes in along with Lauren Wright. Ellie Fields, a junior, Wright, a senior. Coming out is Addie Baumhauer and Morgan Kniffley. Kniffley, strong family of soccer players. Morgan, the last one. Controlled by the Huskies as Fields gets it to the center. As looks for Lauren Wright, passes it back. Wright with the pass. Controls it. Drops it back for Stocky. Stocky goes back and reorganizes again. Nice little touch pass kept in. Drops back for Fields. Fields splits the difference of the Huskies and passes it right to an Eagle.
Stocky seems to kind of be the distributor for Andover. Nice player right there, strong on the ball.
Yeah, really nice. Without extending the hand, she was able to just muscle and control that ball. Nice job. Well, shot in long range by Alicia Hoffman.
I think both teams' defense need to tighten up a little bit. They're giving too many opportunities where they're staying off their marks and giving them opportunities to shoot the ball. So they just need to tighten it up a little bit on defense.
Well said. Still early in. How do you find your rotations? How did as you went through? Oh, shot in and a goal! Oh my word! What a great shot! A zero angle shot.
That was a big time shot right there, like you said, zero angle. Kind of bent it a little bit into the back post, but a beautiful goal by Andover to take the early lead here. And here's another look at it. Went down that far side. I think she was just looking for a cross, and it happened to find its way to the back of the net.
Yeah, really unbelievable. That's Skylar Jorgensen. And she just lifts it right over the goalie, over Cantwell. Yeah, it's 27 minutes left in the first half. And, boy, that penalty kick even looms a little bit larger right now.
Yeah, missed penalty kick and a very optimistic goal by Andover. And here they come again.
That's Hoffman with it again. Long range shot, and there it goes off the post. What a save by Cantwell. Cantwell was able to tip it, and it hit the post.
Well, she had to get off her feet that time. She didn't on the first one, so she needed to jump to tip that one, and that was going to be 2-0 here early.
So Kaylin Cantwell with so far the save of the game. A beautiful shot by Alisa Hoffman. Hoffman, man, she put a charge into that ball.
Need some support right here for Totino-Grace. There it is.
Ball sneaks through. Defense for Totino. Off. The ball settled again by Hoffman. Hoffman. No handball. Both teams are looking for a handball, and instead.
Here's another look at that shot. Right outside the 20.
Boy, that's
a nice save right there, but it's a beautiful shot. That was going in the back of the net from about 30 yards out at the football 20-yard line.
So the Huskies are creating some opportunities from long range.
Yeah, they've been possessing the ball here the last 5 minutes. The first time the ball's been down on this end for quite some time. When Totino gets it down here, though, they're dangerous.
Mussinger over to Frieden. Englund just gets collapsed on, but still gets the ball through. And that one goes out. That'll be a throw in as Krista Mussing, the junior, looks for a cutting eagle and settled by the Huskies. Nice little toe tap there by Elizabeth Schmidt.
Quick restart by Andover. I love that. Get the ball, put it down. Other team, if they turn their back, that's why you tell your players never turn their back, because they can go quick, and Andover did right there and almost got themselves an opportunity.
Huskies resetting. Can't grab a leg.
No, I think there was a little leg grab there.
Eagles will have a free kick as Addie the Bronze was able to slow the game down a little bit on that one.
If you have to do it, that's a good place to do it,
Yeah,
because it's 80 yards the other way.
Yep. That one goes through. Throw in for the Eagles. Mussinger.
Nice job defensively by Totino-Grace.
Really, to be honest, it's been a physical match, but it hasn't necessarily been cheap. You know what? There's been some
little grabbing going on, but that's okay. Like I said, it's not cheap.
Oh, here comes opportunity. Huskies and saved by Cantwell again. Boy, that kind of came out of nowhere. As it looked like that was either Skylar Jacobson again.
This is a good
Skylar
opportunity.
Jorgensen again. Yeah, boy, she had. Hudson comes in for Jacobson or Jorgensen, and it will be a goal kick for the Huskies. This will be their second one. The last time they just did a little tip to the player there. This one going in deep. Header and a goal.
I tell you what, a great opportunity right away there, Jim. Great corner kick,
Boy,
though.
I tell you, that was excellent. As Lydia Norquist scores with 22 minutes left, 18-minute mark. You can see right here. Oh, it's great elevation. Good positioning. You thought there was a Husky right out in front who just whiffed on it. It came off a little bit quick, but Norquist there to put it away.
A great save to start out with. And
yeah.
They just outworked him, get that rebound, put it away, and it's 2-0. And Totino's got to keep their head up now. They're down 2 goals just 18 minutes into the game, and make sure they don't let this get away from them.
Well, this is the opening night for Husky soccer for the home schedule. And we have been able to see some good offense in the boys in the second half, and so far 19 minutes in or 18 minutes in for the girls as well.
Yeah, you always love scoring on those corner kicks. You know, you work on them in practice, and it paid off for Andover right there.
What's the percentage of what kind of percentage are you looking for as a coach?
You know, if you can get, oh man, I'll tell you, if you can get 1 every 5, you're doing really well.
Really?
You know, and
yeah.
it's more like 1 every 10. You know, if you get 10 in a game, you're hoping you can put 1 in. But when you can do it well, you know, in 2007 when we won state, we scored 20 goals on corner kicks, and it's because
won
we
a
had
game. Well, yeah, won a game.
Yeah, you know, we had big, strong kids who could get up in the air, and you don't have to be skilled. You just need to be tough and get big, get your arms out, be big. If you're big to start with, and you get your arms out, you're tough to cover in there, and then you need someone who's going to put the ball right where you want it all the time.
And just have no fear.
Absolutely.
Mao with the goal kick. Splits the defense. Gets up to Hudson. Hudson just in, and feeds it down to Dombratz.
You know who's really good on those, Jim, is hockey players, because they're not afraid to
to
mix it up.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's another one where I'll say, well, if you foul, it's 90 yards to go, so go ahead. If they don't call it on you, you might score a goal. But yeah, those hockey guys, they don't mind mixing it up a little bit. Not that I ever taught that, but
I'm sure not. Well, hey, use what you can to your advantage, right?
That's right.
And, you know, when I was up in Moorhead, the soccer was dryland training for the hockey players.
Right.
And so, yeah, it was anytime you got a hockey player. And by the way, I had a good one. I had, when I was coaching, I had Ryan Kraft. The
pretty good hockey player.
Pretty good hockey player, yeah. And he was I think he scored. We basically said, get it to Ryan. We went on for that. He was a sophomore JV player, and was one of the best athletes to come out of Moorhead.
I always used to make goalies out of them too.
Oh yeah,
because they had good hands.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
New angles.
Yeah.
But more so defenders, because they could stick on somebody, and they're pretty athletic for the most part. So, yeah, good stuff.
Well, since that penalty kick that happened basically 2 minutes into the match, it's been all Huskies. The Huskies have really done a nice job possessing the ball. They've had a plan of action on their attack. And they've been, I would say, relentless, you know, when they get into the zone.
Yeah, absolutely. They're showing some pretty good skill up front, just like their boys did in the earlier game. And tell you what, that next goal is a big one again, 2-0. Soccer's pretty hard to come back from a 3-0 deficit against a team like this. So Totino's got to play their hearts out here for the last 18 minutes, see if they can get a goal and get back in it, because they have had a couple opportunities here in the game.
Totino now. Christine Munsinger over to Eglum, taken away. Now with it is Schmidt, Elizabeth Schmidt. Gets it up to the center, and that's settled.
That's
by
a
Lauren
great
Wright,
job
yeah.
right there, Jim. Switching the field.
Yep.
Now that's what you want to do. You want to switch the field, take a look, turn your hips, go the other way. That's usually where the open person is, on the opposite side of the field.
And into the game for the Huskies, number 12, Bella Schrader.
Bella Schrader comes in. It's a name that's synonymous with Andover soccer.
And Andover, a team of pretty mixed up between sophomores and juniors. So they just keep getting players coming in and playing.
Well, Tracy Grease, like you've mentioned, she has done a really nice job. I think the double-digit wins I think she's had double-digit wins in every season with the exception of the COVID year.
Wow.
Which is very impressive. I mean, it goes to her ability to create opportunities to win.
Yeah, you have to have the clay. You have to have good clay, but when you have good clay, then it's your job to to form what you want, and she's done a good job of that.
Eglum goes outside,
There you go.
looking for Munsinger, and good hustle by Kostick. Seniors, she's able to push ball out. Throw in by Munsinger.
The best opportunities for Totino-Grace is when they go from the middle to that outside. They try to hit that diagonal through the outside, and they've had a couple opportunities. Early on, they had a lot of balls going down that left side. Haven't done it here much lately, and it's kind of slowed them up.
This little ball over to Schmidt, one of the captains, dropped for McKnight. McKnight gets it over to Kostick, and that ball will go out. It'll be a goal kick.
Goal kick Eagles.
Just over 15 minutes left here in the first half. Beautiful night here in Andover. I know when we were on the boys' game, it was 83. Let me check, see what it is right now.
I think it's a room temperature 70, isn't it? Or
It's not. It says 79
it
here.
says 79. Okay, it might be a little. The sun isn't piercing
yes,
through.
that's
so.
the difference. Yep, you have some clouds in the sky, and it's beautiful out here right now.
Matt Thibodeau is a coach of the Totino-Grace Eagles. He's been there for the past 11 seasons. He played for the U of M club team. And this Totino-Grace program, the girls also champions for 3 times, 2001, 02, and 07. Last time we were at state was 2013. So they've had a storied tradition as well. Andover, shot in, saved. I don't know if it was a save off the goalie or off the back. Uh-oh.
Great opportunity there.
We've got some discipline coming right now. I don't know if it's going to be a yellow or a red. We could stay on this replay through the end of the play. That one goes off of number 24, Katie Thompson, and then a little extracurricular as
Yeah, I don't think she thought she got off her fast enough.
Hudson.
I get it.
Hudson.
I get it. Nice header right there. You'd like to have someone running back in behind it, which Andover did not.
So Cantwell pushes it up the field right to a Husky who settles the ball, pushes it into the center. And Frieden Drops it off to a wing.
She's made a couple nice saves back there. This thing would be over already.
Yeah. I mean, the one that went on that she pushed up and hit the crossbar, that one alone would be 3-0.
Yeah, that one right there, too, on Schroeder. Pretty nice.
Pass across.
Just under 13 minutes to go here, Jim. Play seems to be slowing down a little bit.
I guess some energy is going to get infused as there's a lineup change of 4 Huskies coming in and out and a couple of Eagles.
They're going to be pretty happy at Andover right now having this result that they had. But, you know, that also comes with playing that tough competition early on. You know, that's not going to hurt you. It's only going to help you know the level that you have to play at.
Well, you know, I think, and you would know this much better than I would, when you play the Rosemonts, the Woodburys, you know, their top players may be the same as yours or close, maybe a little bit better, but it's the 9, 10, 11 players that really can make the difference, where your 9, 10, 11 has to really elevate their game.
Yep, absolutely. You're dead on with that.
And then when you've got some people coming off the bench that probably would be starters in other high schools, that just infuses energy as well. So Huskies now with the throw-in as Brenda Hudson throws it down. And the ball rolls out.
You know, one of the differences I always thought back when I was coaching, I think it's changing now, is, you know, those schools down there have the best facilities. You know, it's huge. If you've ever been to Woodbury and seen that indoor and the turf fields, and, you know, we were sitting at Anoka on grass field. We didn't know what turf was like until 2 years ago, you know, and then they get trained. Those kids all are playing good club ball down there when the kids up here weren't. And I think they do now play good club ball in the summertime. And, you know, a lot of my teams were kids who just played for the hometown summer team, and there's positives with that because they knew each other and they didn't go any place. And when you get to high school, it wasn't like you're getting kids coming in from 5 different clubs, but they had the best of everything down there in the South. So when you could beat them, you were doing something right.
Well, you know, and hats off to the district, Andover, or the Anoka district, for the referendum of getting these turf fields and the weight room and some of the facilities that were really lacking compared to the South. That has, I guarantee, has helped.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and then you play the state tournament on turf. Yeah. You know, so we'd have to go over to Spring Lake Park or Irondale. You know, to get on
practice.
turf. Yeah, and the turf at those two places have been in there a long time. It wasn't very good.
Yep, you're right.
But we were happy to be able to have it. That's for sure.
Mao sends it up. And Lauren Wright passes it back. The defense pushes it up. That one over the head of a Husky, settled by Katie Thomas. Nice header. All set it by Kowalczyk. And not a lot of possession time for either, kind of back and forth. The one and done touches as we had under 10 minutes now. Huskies got 2 goals about 5 minutes apart. Jorgensen from the almost like a corner kick. From the far side, bends it in, and then off a corner kick, the Huskies scored again.
Yeah, so both of those goals, Jim, were on crosses from the outside. One on the corner kick and one on a beautiful cross into the back of the net.
Lydia Norquist got that second goal. Englund up for Musinger. Back to Englund. And stolen away nicely by Wright. Lauren Wright with a nice feed and just a bit too far. Had a little bit too much mustard on it as Brenna Hudson was cutting.
That was a great idea right there, and Hudson was behind that last defender. A foot or two to her left, and she would have been in.
Hudson back to Overham. Settled by Wright. Wright has done a nice job of making some decisions of running that center of that field, the middle of the field.
Yeah, and she's an outside right defender, and she's moving into the middle of the field here as they're moving those outside, both of those outside defenders up, and Totino's having a hard time marking them.
Well, you love how aggressive she's been, especially when she's on the other side of the 50. Pass over to McKnight. Peyton McKnight dumps it back for Hudson. Hudson and another overcome with a nice job of just settling the ball. McKnight looks in the middle. Good speed on the outside by Purcell.
Yeah, Andover switched their formation here. Now they're only running 3 out of the back. And moved a player up. So a little more aggressive here, being up 2-0.
Yeah,
kind of
Andover
a
may get
diamond.
They get another corner kick.
You know, it's always tough to get that outside defender to run, Jim, because they're back defending. Now you want me to run all the way up the field, and then I'm going to have to run back, you know. That's like a 50-yard sprint up and a 50-yard sprint back.
And then you're going to take me out?
Yeah, but when they do that, it's very effective. Here's another corner.
McKnight will let it rip right from the outside, and, bobbled a little bit by Cantwell. Cantwell able to, boy, she's been busy. She's been busy as a beaver in a branch shortage.
Yeah, that's for sure. You know, early in the game, Totino-Grace, that first 5 minutes was getting some opportunities. They haven't had a sniff since then. That's a good one, Jim. I like that.
Well, I got to tell you, that's I lived in Oklahoma. That was one that Jeff Smith. I'm sure everybody knows that Jeff Smith, but he taught me that one from Bartlesville, Oklahoma.
Wow. Jeff Smith.
Could be an alias. I don't know. Good guy. And he had a bunch of those things that kind of stuck with me.
Kind of nice. All you have 6 letters to your name. No, 7. Then.
Yeah.
7. 8. No, I had more than that. That's my Anoka math going on right now. I think it's
9.
9. Is it 9? Okay.
Yes. Oh, somebody lost a shoe. And Musinger gets past. That will be Grace Cruz will pick up the slipper and slip it back on. Under 5 minutes now. Camille feeding back. Yeah, came back in. Yeah,
everybody's yelling like we're supposed to stop because she lost her shoe.
Well, Frieden comes in for the Eagles. Maya Silva with the
Well, here's an opportunity for Totino. See what they can do on this. They're going to need a good ball to start out with. See if they can get somebody on the end of it.
Well, they're bringing up on their defenseman. Liz Thompson will take it. The sophomore will take it lefty.
That's what you want right there. Left footer, bend that thing to the back bar.
And that one ends up short, but Mia Silva battling for it, comes back out and kicked out. It'll be a throw-in for the Eagles. Just didn't get the elevation that she wanted with that ball.
That's the last thing you want as a coach, someone not being able to hit that ball. But it happens. That's for sure. It happens.
It's a sophomore. There's an elevation ball. And Haley Mao collects it. She's had a good night so far.
Yeah, the little bit she's seen haven't been easy saves, so good job by her. That missed penalty kick is looming large right now.
It really is. Purcell, and there's Lauren Wright again, stepping in, and takes a boot. Got under it a little bit, goes over the crossbar. It'll be a goal kick with 3 minutes left. 2-0. The Huskies are on the board. Ooh, Silva takes a dump, and she'll get up.
Wright's looked good out there. She's stepping up on balls. Strong. She's strong.
Yeah, senior midfielder. She's got determination. And,
she does.
Yeah, and you just she's it's her ball or nobody's ball.
Yeah, you get out of the way when she's coming. She has good speed and is not afraid to shoot the ball, as we saw there.
Free kick by the Eagles. Up to Monsinger. And sent back to Thomas. Thomas to the far side. And there's Wright again chasing. And sometimes those and I know you know this, the little extra hustle where they have to push that ball a little quicker than they want can create your own opportunity just by hustling on defense.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the time of year when you're trying to impress your coach and saying, I want to play, and I want to play all the time.
Another corner kick now, I think, it will be a corner kick. Well, that's the fourth one. They've had plenty of opportunities. You talk about corner kicks. We didn't see that many from the boys in the first. But this will be a corner kick.
These have been dangerous. Here we go.
And that's Monsinger who's able to head that ball out. Back on defense. Settled by the Eagles. Out by the Eagles. About a minute left.
Yeah, Andover's tightening things up on defense right now, and they're controlling the midfield, and that's where it all starts. Getting themselves some opportunities and corner kicks, and we've got a couple off of them. So a nice job by Andover here in the first half with just under a minute to go.
Norquist and Jorgensen, the goal scorers for Andover. Mao has the shutout. She's got one to her name, and here comes good opportunity. Good speed. Wow.
Yeah, no, I saw the same thing.
Baumhauer. She turned on.
Yeah,
she turned on the jets, didn't she?
Yeah, she shifted it into another gear right there.
And Lauren Wright now settles it. Eglin with a shot and blocked. And that'll be the end of the first half. A good half for the Huskies as they tally twice. 2 minutes apart, and we're going to head to break. We'll come back. This is QCTV. I'm Jim Childs along with Hall of Fame coach Pete Hayes. We'll be back for the second half after this.
Anoka County Brotherhood Council, also known as ACBC Food Shelf, is a community-based organization located in Anoka County, serving over 10,000 families per year. We have been providing our neighbors with food, clothing, and resources for over 50 years. Providing food to the community is our largest program, and we do this through a food shelf, a grocery delivery program for those who are homebound, and special food distributions available throughout the year. We value our participants' time and have appointments available online and by phone to ensure quick services, making it easier for those with tight schedules and transportation difficulties. The experience of the shopper is important to us, and we take great care in making sure our food shelf market is well stocked, especially with fresh and healthy food items, which can be more expensive for those on tight budgets. We want our space to feel like a grocery store, and we want our shoppers to feel they are cared for. When someone visits us, they will also have access to our family advocate who can provide assistance in navigation with other resources and partnerships. We also have a clothing closet which has clothing and household items for the entire family, a birthday bag program where parents can select age-appropriate theme bags for children up to age 18, and for low-income adults ages 60 plus, we are the only food shelf in Minnesota selected as a CSFP food provider, providing the opportunity for extra food items and nutrition education. We are blessed to be in such a great community that supports our work with volunteers, food donations, cash donations, and just sharing our message. We thank you for your support.
One of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Hi. Can I get the now bar, please?
No problem. $1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hi, can I get a now bar, please?
$1.
Thanks.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
How's it going? Can I get a now bar?
Hey, stop right there! Get down on the ground! Out of your fire rank, you dick! Over your head! Now!
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
They are part of your community. They are your students. They are your teachers. They are your coworker. They are your friends and your family. They are experiencing homelessness. Understanding is the key to the solution. You can help them by giving them the benefit of the doubt, asking them what they need and how you can help them, acknowledging that you see them by sharing a smile. These little things go a long way to be seen and felt understood. They are part of our community and we are part of theirs. Homelessness will not go away without your help. To get help or to give help, visit our website.
Impact Services, Meals on Wheels and more in Anoka County offers meals throughout all of Anoka County and Champlin. Meals on Wheels provides nutritious hot meals Monday through Friday with weekend options. Who can get Meals on Wheels? We're here for anyone who can benefit from home-delivered meals with a focus on older adults and people with disabilities. Meals on Wheels is great if you could use help cooking or need a break from doing it, you're recovering from an illness or injury, getting out to purchase food is difficult. With your tax-deductible gift to Impact Services, Meals on Wheels, every $5 donated provides a hot, nutritious meal delivered to a neighbor in need in Anoka County and Champlin. Impact Services Meals on Wheels is a volunteer-driven organization. We have meal pickup sites in Anoka, Coon Rapids, East Bethel, Lino Lakes, and Fridley. Please keep in mind that if your company offers volunteer hours, we need drivers. The commitment is as it works for your schedule. It's a great way to spend your lunch. For more information, go to www.impactservicesmn.org.
Welcome back to Husky Stadium. Second half upcoming for the Huskies. Andover Huskies against the Totino-Grace Eagles. First half was a tale of the beginning where the Eagles had an opportunity to score. 2 minutes into the game, they've got a free kick that they miss, or a penalty shot that they miss, and the Huskies capitalize afterwards with a couple of nice spots. And as right here, shot in, and we saw a lot of those shots, Coach, that just came kind of down. And here's the goal. Here's the first goal for the Huskies.
I mean, that's just a beautiful goal. She was looking to put it out in front, faded it back in. I bet if you ask her, she was saying I was just trying to get that in front, but maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm looking at her for the future, that's for sure. Then here's another header. It's that second ball that cost you right there. Yeah. A lot of people standing around watching. Andover jumped on it, and they're up 2-0.
So the Huskies, the most dangerous lead in all of sports is a 2-goal lead. Totino-Grace has to come out, and really, to be honest, with the exception of the penalty shot, they really didn't have a lot of scoring opportunities. Huskies with 4-2 on corner kicks, and the shots on goal weighed heavily to the Huskies as well. Some of the perimeter shots came out. Haley Mao with a shutout so far. She's down on the left side, or the north side of the stadium, as the Huskies move left to right. And Kaylin Cantwell, who made an unbelievable save right off the post to keep it at a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, I think possession too, Jim, has been Andover's way, especially the last 15, 20 minutes of the game. So they're going to want to continue on. If they can get that next goal, come out here in this first 5 minutes and get one, it might be lights out for Totino-Grace. But goes the other way, game on.
That's right. So a reminder, the Huskies came in with a 1-1 record. 2 1-0, 1-0 games. Is that how you used to 1-0?
1-0.
1-0. 1-0 games. He has up to Eglem. Eglem, who was kind of a bright spot for the Eagles early in the first half. And Monsignor out, and that'll go out. It'll be a throw-in for the Eagles deep in Husky territory.
Nice defensive play right there, kicking the ball out of bounds. There's a good rush up that right side for Totino-Grace. So they're coming out with a little bit of intensity here. They know that they have to.
Now, I will tell you that we are certainly glad that you are joining us tonight on QCTV for this presentation of Northwest Suburban Soccer. But it is beautiful out. And, get out, see the games, and you can watch the replay and see the important plays on YouTube channel. But this is an absolutely gorgeous night tonight. We hope you're enjoying it. And with all the video, with all the devices, you can watch this outside now.
Oh, there's a good cross right there by Totino-Grace, and an opportunity. Oh, nice save.
Mao with an unbelievable save, and she dives to her left. That was like a ping pong that kept bouncing around and settled. So good start for
pass the ball to, if there's nothing there, if in doubt, get it out.
Totino-Grace centering pass. It's taken away nicely by the Huskies and then comes back out. And that one's a shot on, and it'll go out. Zamau will retrieve it. She'll come out with a goal kick.
Well, none of these young ladies are afraid to let it fly. That's for sure.
No,
they'll shoot the ball from 30, 35 yards out, feeling that they can make it. So I got to really hand it to them and their confidence.
Huskies settle it on the far side. Goes back to Mao. Mao will survey the field, look for opportunity. Goes right up the gut, looking for Kniffley. And that one. Good defense, a good hustle by the Eagles, but Kniffley gets it through. Morgan, nice job. It'll be thrown for the Huskies. Gets over to Jorgensen. Jorgensen, nice little one-timer. And a shot deflected. And out, but settled again by Kniffley.
Little give and go there by the Huskies. They've done that a couple times today. Nothing more dangerous in soccer than a nice little give and go inside that 18-yard box.
Kostic with a nice header. She was the last line of defense. Englem turns to her left. Right outside the box, goes over to the corner. Open on a breaking is an Eagle. Passes right up front and off the foot of the defenseman. Good play.
Well, I'll tell you what foot 9 is right now for Totino-Grace. She's right-footed.
You think so?
Yeah, she had a great opportunity top of the box to use that left. Did make a really nice pass.
Yeah, she
and
did.
Then I think it came to her left foot in the box, and she kind of whiffed on it a little bit, though. But she's been dangerous in this game, and let's see if we can get a good corner kick here for Totino-Grace.
Audrey Swenson with a nice defensive play. Up and, boy, a header that just missed.
She knew what she wanted to do there, Jim, and she just missed. What a great opportunity.
Yeah, what a outstanding play. Good. Yeah, Morgan Voorhees with the header. She's the defenseman that snuck up and went right to the middle of the box. And if it wasn't for, nobody was stopping that. Let's put it that way. That was just a good overall spot by the Eagles. The Eagles need to scrape the scorecard to get back in this. This one passed up to Englum. Englum now on a little bit of a break. 2 Huskies hustle back now. 3. They've got one open. Now she uses her left.
Girl.
She used her left, and Mao was able to gobble that up.
She's good at cutting back. I mean, she'll stop on a dime. Yeah. She did that before to give herself the opportunity, so good for her. She went with that left foot. It wasn't a terrible shot either. Here she comes again.
Huskies now possess the ball. Knifley holds on to it now. Ooh. And they'll give the kick over to the Eagles.
I think you're hearing some of the parents saying, "You need to wake up, Huskies."
Yeah, you're right.
Probably right. I'm sure the coach is thinking the same thing. They've come out kind of lackluster here in this second half, and Totino-Grace has taken it to them, unable to capitalize on anything yet, though.
Huskies settle it. Knifley goes up the middle and finds Hoffman. Hoffman was a through ball looking for Jorgensen. Jorgensen settles. Decides to pull it back. Nothing there. Now she goes back into the corner, goes back looking for some help. Nobody's support. Now she gets around and shot over to the side and just on the back door, missing. That was the Huskies. Jorgensen with a great individual effort. Now the Huskies get it back in the box and off the upright. The wrong one.
Here's a look at the cross. You watch the swim move on the far side here. She's got those arms going and thought she was going to knock it in. Probably should have taken that one in off her body instead of trying to head it in or kick it in. Right here. Oh.
Yeah, right, the swim move. 2 players down right now and we'll have a stoppage in play. It'll be a Eagle free kick. About 8.5 minutes into the second half. No scoring in the second half. Huskies up by 2.
Tell you what, though, it's been exciting. I mean, both teams
Nordquist,
going up and down here.
Nordquist and Jorgensen with the goals. Jorgensen settles, tries to pop it over. That one, a little bit too much air. Husky skate up. Jorgensen's pretty talented around. She's not afraid to move around some of those defensemen.
Winning the ball is Totino-Grace. That's a big part. Winning the ball after that kick from a goalie gives you some offense.
No, Englum hasn't been out this entire game. She has, and she's still running on full. Just able to get out, and it's knocked out. It'll be a goal kick. Well, there's the moon. A lot of races to the moon right now. Our camera won.
That is beautiful.
Absolutely it is.
Yeah, there's very little wind out here tonight either, so that's not playing any part of this game. Heat's down. It's perfect playing weather for these young ladies.
Right on the left side. Race for it on the far side. Won by the Huskies. Pass out right there. Nice one-timer, and that one goes wide. Yeah, as you can hear, there are some parents that are giving their critique on what the Huskies need to do, but that was a good run by the Huskies. Nice to see a little stuff. Oh.
Yeah, I think she'd like to have that one back again on the top of the box. That call right there could have gone either way. It's in favor of the Eagles.
Mm-hmm. And in favor of the Eagles again. Now Eagles will have a throw-in around midfield. And like you said, the Huskies, there's some individual efforts, but they did a great job of really controlling the middle of the field, and they're going to the edges, and we're going to have Maya Silva come in for the next whistle for Totino, who was really effective in that first half. Cross headed out by the Huskies. And we'll have a goal kick.
I'm sure that Champlain Park and Maple Grove will have good teams again this year, as they always do. And I know Anoka has a pretty young team, but most of them are back, and saw them play the other night, and they look like a pretty decent team. So it's going to be Centennial. They're always there.
Centennial's always solid. Yep. So
should be another really good conference race this year, and both of these teams want to get off to the good start and winning that first game.
Yeah, there's not a lot of freebies when you, especially on the top part of this bracket of the Northwest Suburban, either in boys or girls.
Yeah, and then you get into that section, it doesn't get any easier. You add Duluth East into the mix.
Yep. The Huskies now on the far side. Anglem. One-timer up to Keene. And Anglem again. Anglem, as soon as she gets the ball, she gets bracketed by a couple of Huskies. Decides to pull it back, looks for Frieden. Frieden has had a nice night too. When she's been out there, she's been able to connect on some nice passes. And Silva passes it into the corner. That's Keene, and Mao again with another nice save.
Yeah, they have to keep Anglem from turning. Once she gets facing the net, that's when she's dangerous. So you want to mark her a little bit tighter, make sure that you're right on her, and keep her back to the net, because once she faces up, she's pretty dangerous.
Kniffley now drops it down for Jorgensen. Jorgensen bumped off. It'll be a throw-in for the Huskies.
Just over 26 minutes remaining here. Huskies staying out on top 2-0. Playing a more of a conservative game, it seems like, this half.
Jorgensen tries to go through a couple of, actually that was not Jorgensen. It looks like, was it Hoffman? So another corner for the Huskies. First one this half.
This is where they've been dangerous tonight.
Hoffman drops it off for Swenson. Swenson back to Hoffman. Shot in, nice shots, but right into the midsection of Cantwell.
They like to run that short kick, Jim, and who doesn't if they don't get somebody over there within 10 yards? You're going to run that short kick. Now your corner kick is a lot more obtainable and can be a little more accurate from in closer.
Tries a through ball to no one, and Mao will collect it, get over to the far side.
Well, there's no one up there because she's the one who shot it up there.
Exactly.
And nobody else is sitting up on top. I think she wanted to hit that one to her other self that was standing up front. But you know what? She's coming back to get the ball now. And good players do that. They're going, if I don't get the ball enough, I'm going to come back and get it. And that's what she's doing if she doesn't feel like she's touching the ball or not, because she's definitely the top player on Totino-Grace tonight.
Hoffman comes down, goes down to the side. Swenson, nice little cross that was not deflected. It'll be a goal kick for the Huskies, who got some substitutions coming in. For the Huskies, it will be Katie Fields, Lauren Wright, and Brenna Hudson. We talked about Lauren Wright in that first half. She really was able to make an impact in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I'll be curious how she works right now. And you're looking at Andover, they have 3 people in the middle of the field. So that's helping them win that middle of the field. A lot of teams only have 2 in there, but they got 3 in there with Wright in there also.
So Huskies have an opportunity here. Initially, the referee gave a call to Totino-Grace and then reversed it. Huskies had to come back.
Got a lot of players in there looking for a little trickery here. Looking for some people running over the top of the ball. Only a 2-person wall. There they go.
Oh, right off the crossbar, just off, and that was Hoffman who put a charge into it, just up a little bit too high.
Yeah, that was a good hit right there.
Yeah, it was solid contact. All right, over to Hudson. Hudson tried to get it in front. Boy, I'm sure the coaches, I'm sure as a coach, your heart rate goes up a little bit when that happens, or blood pressure elevates.
Yeah, get it out. It happens. But,
it does. It does.
I don't know how many times I'm going to let it happen before.
All right, Wright again tries to get it over and goes right through. I mean, that went through 5 or 6 players. How it got through, I don't know, but Cantwell got a gift as that one went through, and no Husky touched it. Huskies are putting on some pressure, and Eagles are a little flat-footed.
It's kind of the way the first half started. Totino-Grace was really good the first 5-10 minutes, and it's kind of the way it was, and then all of a sudden Andover started taking over the game, and here comes another corner kick. And one thing you don't want the ball to do for both teams is let the ball drop in the box.
Yeah.
I mean, that just cannot happen. So that's a no-no on both teams' part. See what happens on this one.
Oh, good ball. And a goal! I believe that is Brenna Hudson with the head.
There's another corner kick for Andover. Big difference in this game. 2 corner kick goals, and they're up 3-0 with just over 21 minutes to play. I'm sure we'll get another look at it.
Yeah, it's dark on that side. I did not see who struck the ball from the corner, but it was beautiful. And Hudson made no mistake. One of the shorter. Here we go.
That's just some want right there. Yeah, that was a great ball off the head into the back of the net, and I'm sure Andover's breathing a little bit easier right now.
So,
good call, Jim.
Brenna Hudson. Dina Stocky with the assist. Hudson trying to get her second in a couple of seconds. Oh, it just missed. Oh, they're going to call a penalty shot. A penalty kick.
I told you it wasn't going to take too much to get a call against you since they got that one early.
Hoffman,
Here's
right?
a look at it. They're going to call it on the goalie for sliding out and taking her out with her spike. So it's like I said, they'll give it back to the other team.
So let's see, is Hoffman taking the kick? Or is Wright taking the kick?
I don't think so. Wonder if it isn't Stockman. I can't tell here. Can't see a number.
The number. And there's a goal. She buried it.
Yeah, that's Stockman.
Yeah. No doubt about that. Was a no doubter. Oh, Dobrat's.
Okay.
So as it gets darker, I'm sorry we can't see the numbers.
We can't see our sheets anymore either.
So Dobrat's with the 4th goal for the Huskies.
Now, if you're Totino-Grace's coach, you say, just play hard.
Yeah.
Let's win this 20 minutes, all right? I'm looking for people who aren't going to quit on me.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest part, second game into the season. Who's going to quit? Who's going to keep playing? If you're Andover, the nice part is now I can play a bunch of kids.
Yeah, you're right.
And find out what our bench looks like, here pretty soon.
Yeah, and get some valuable experience from a conference opponent who really, to be honest, it's been fairly equal until the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, very, like we said, very similar to how it's been in the first half. Totino looking good early, couldn't capitalize, and then here comes Andover, who just stayed persistent and scored a couple more this half and set plays. They scored two on a corner kick, 2 corner kicks, and a penalty shot. So good for them.
Wright throws it down, looking. Ooh. And we'll have another penalty free kick on Kowalczyk, and she got clotheslined.
Yeah, a little frustration by the Eagles right now. There's a look at the crowd tonight. Great soccer crowd for early season.
And school hasn't even started.
Yeah,
so Stocky will take the kick. She's got 1 assist. Actually, yep, she'll take the kick right on the back door. Oh, another goal.
I think that's 7.
Yeah. Cantwell. Yep, you're right. I think that's Wright. Or, Lauren Wright.
Yep. Here's another look at it. Thought
Just
the
a
keeper
beautiful
had
ball.
it.
Yep. Lauren Wright. Stocky gets her 2nd assist in about 4 minutes.
Tell you what, Wright didn't start the game, or she didn't start the second half. She's making a play saying, hey, coach, play me.
Yeah, it certainly
looking
is.
Pretty good.
She's a big presence in that box.
Yes, she is.
We're going to have the substitutions come in. Bella Schrader, Sophia Purcell, and the junior Kate Overon comes in.
Yeah, good opportunity to play that bench right now. It's just under halfway through here. We got 19 minutes remaining. And Andover's turned it up.
Well, the Huskies have, came in, like you mentioned, they were against top-ranked teams. And you wonder if they came in just, I don't want to say overconfident, but like, well, they can't be as tough as what you play, and you've gone through these parts of dealing with 16, 17-year-old kids where they still have to play the opponent. They still have to get dirty out there and get sweaty and work for it. And initially, I think the Huskies came out kind of thinking that this was going to be a little easier.
You know, one of the big sayings they've always said is trap game.
Yeah.
Kids look at you like, what's a trap game? You know. And,
yeah. Yep.
And being a coach yourself, it's a game when you think you just have to show up, and if you just show up, they're going to beat you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's kind of the way it is in this conference, and it might have started that way for Andover, but they were able to turn on the gas.
And it really started from a beautiful shot from Jorgensen. Skylar Jorgensen with just a really nice play deep in the corner.
Here's the bad thing for Totino-Grace. Now you got subs in there that are hungry.
Exactly. Like Lauren Wright right there, who's got
Yeah.
one goal already and is very determined to make a mark. She's done a great job in that middle. Under 17 seconds, we've got 5 goals up for the Huskies.
Kind of like that first game we did, Jim.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the goals started pouring. The skies opened up. Speaking of that, we're getting a nice breeze in here right now.
Feels pretty good.
It
Feels
sure
pretty
does.
good. So, Huskies' upcoming schedule as the goal kick is put in by Cantwell. And Cantwell out to pivot. So Totino-Grace, and then they've got Elk River. They'll be at Elk River on Wednesday off for the weekend, and they've got White Bear coming in. They'll host White Bear.
Well, here's the other opportunity, and I see her warming up. You can get your other goalie in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Yeah, really.
I don't know if they rotate or how much they play even, but a lot of times there's a definite starter, and this is a great opportunity to get that kid in the game.
Pass to Lauren Wright, fails to click. Eagles come up with it. Eagles looking for Ingram. Ingram has been really the offense for Totino. As Baumhauer sends it back to Mao. Baumhauer now gets it up to Peyton McKnight. And now switches fields over to the far side, covered up nicely by the Huskies.
Huskies are physical. They had some girls out there that are pretty physical.
Right. Nice move. Head up. Now looking for the far side as she crosses the field. And shot in. That goes off and deflected out to center. Englam now 1-on-3. Gets it back to Silva. McKnight now settles it for the Huskies.
Totino-Grace still looking for their first goal of the season, right,
Yeah,
Jim?
they are.
They
Yep,
lost that first one.
Yep, they are. Hill Murray dropped their first game to Hill Murray 4-0. You mentioned the Anoka girls. They had a nice win here on QCTV against Sartell. Sartell only lost last year was in the sectional final. They were 16-1.
I thought they were a pretty good-looking team.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
what were your thoughts on Anoka?
you know, I thought Anoka, they're persistent. They've got a couple of midfielders that just have the ability to kind of run the offense. Moran is one of them. She was back from a ACL last year.
Okay.
And we've got a substitution. Haley Nightingale, the senior, comes in for Haley Mao. And Mao, who has played every minute so far for the Huskies, now will allow Haley Nightingale to take over. I got to tell you, the video board and I don't know if you're being able to see it, Pete, but when the substitutions come in, they've got just great headshots of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I can't see it.
Yeah, I'll have to show you. It looks good. Lauren Wright passes over to the far side. Shot in, and oh, what a save by Totino as Cantwell. Nice shot. And in right there. Ball on the ground. Players on the ground. And then shot in by McKnight. And Cantwell was able to get up. And I don't know if we've got some injuries. Two heads knocking against each other.
Yeah, they're tough right there.
Beautiful shot in. Look at save by Cantwell. Goes over. McKnight drops it back. Huskies settle it as Kowalczyk sends it in, and boy.
Yeah, that was quite the collision.
Yeah, it was a collision. I think that's Hudson.
Really like this second group of center midfielders for Andover.
Yeah.
There's not much drop off.
Oh, off the post. Another shot and deflected, and Cantwell is getting peppered.
She really is, and she's doing a nice job in there.
She's able to get back on her feet there, and we'll have a throw-in. The Huskies are throwing everything they can at him.
Yeah, this could be about 10-0 right now.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
The
scoreboard here.
Yeah,
wow, they have headshots.
Yeah,
that's
it's
pretty cool.
It's pretty impressive. Doratz comes in for the Huskies. Throw in, and that goes through a couple of Eagles. Sent back to Doratz, and she sends it well wide. But Cantwell right now is keeping the score at 5-0, and it could be 8.
It really could.
Yeah, I mean, it's an onslaught right now. The Huskies are throwing everything they can.
You know, you talk about that scoreboard, Jim, and how nice it is you have a headshot of the person, and you're quite a bit younger than I am, but I think I have played 3 sports in high school, probably have about 3 photos of myself, and I think they were all in the yearbook.
Yes.
You know, there's no videos. These parents now and kids can see themselves on the scoreboard and have these videos in QCTV, and you can watch it, and then you can tape it, and man, none of that. You go to the banquets at the end of the year and all these beautiful pictures of them, but, you know, good for them. Times change.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're like me. I wish I had some more pictures, and I wish I had, because it was just incredible times with my friends. And so the Eagles. And that's McKnight tries to get it up. The field settled by the Eagles, and that's McKnight takes her down right there. It'll be a free kick for the Eagles.
Well, here's a good opportunity for him right here. Let's get a bunch of people in the mixer there and see if you can knock one in.
Referee talking to McKnight. Silva throws a ball over as they'll set up for their free kick with Liz Thompson.
It's a great opportunity. You just crash in there right now. Crash on that back post. Make sure someone's running near post just in case the ball doesn't get there. Make sure someone's running the middle, but hit a couple people off that back post.
They've got 7 up right now, including Thompson, who kicks it. And she does not get the location she was looking for.
No. That's frustrating as a coach and a player to miss on something like that, especially when you're down like they're down 5-0.
Thompson, the Eagles, sends it back. Now it's going to be possessed by the Huskies. Huskies on a nice through ball looking and just intercepted, and we'll have free kick. I almost like to just see that play on. I get it.
Yeah, it's a little iffy right there. Almost a beautiful through ball.
I guess it's 5-0, and you want to keep integrity of the game. I get that part. So down to 8 minutes and 40 seconds right now. Free kick for the Eagles. Huskies have scored 3 this half.
You know, these seasons, Jim, go so fast too.
They do.
You know,
They do.
you're playing 2 or 3 games a week, and all of a sudden your 16-game season is done, and you're going into the playoff. Football's just getting started.
Oh, I know. McKnight with a nice cross, crashing the net on the far side. I believe that was Hudson. And another cross. That one goes out. Settled again by the Huskies, trying to thread the needle. As Overon sends it down. Huskies have a good way of spreading the field and creating matchups that they can win at.
Yeah, they're a physical team. You know, they're winning most of the 50-50s, which is important. They have some good speed on the team. Tenacity's good. You know, they're going to have to be reckoned with again this year. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to see the Centennials and the Blaines and the Maple Groves of the world, but looked like a pretty competitive move. Wow, look at that one right there. Little step over.
And Lauren Wright battling two Eagles. Both of them, they'll go down. She's got the ball.
I think we had a couple of Grace players who might have knocked head into a mouth.
Yeah, that's so Grace Cruz.
Here's another look at it. Oh, gee.
Oh.
Yeah, that was head-to-head right there. You don't like to see that.
Lisa, the longtime trainer for the Huskies, out. And I believe that's Silva. Yeah, that's Maya Silva, who has really had a nice night tonight as well. She had a good first half, some good offense. The Totino-Grace will be in action at Park Center next Tuesday. So they're off. This is their only game this week. So they've got a week to get ready for Park Center. And then we will host Champlin Park on the 7th. And then they got to go through the gauntlet. They've got Maple Grove, Rogers, Anoka, Elk River. Not a lot of easy games ahead for Totino-Grace. And
yeah, Park Center hasn't quite figured it out yet in girls soccer, but they have in boys soccer. I wish they hadn't have figured it out in my days. From year to year, they changed. I'll tell you what, and they could play, and they won a state championship one of my years. So they're always a tough out for the boys, as is Osseo, and Osseo and Park Center girls. I think most of the kids who are good soccer players go to Maple Grove over in that area.
Well, yeah. Well, same with the hockey players and football players, and not maybe all the football players, but
boys soccer, though, they kind of stay spread out in those three schools. They play with their buddies, and they're all very good.
Spud coaches the Osseo boys hockey team and has had his challenges with talent level, but has done a really nice job of kind of leveling off that program there.
Yeah, that has to be frustrating. They play together as youth, and then the good ones go to Maple Grove. That's.
Yep.
And I'm sure he's wishing that they had their own youth hockey, so they know those kids are coming.
Dave Prokop, who was a scrappy hockey player, is now a scrappy hockey coach. And talented, too. Like that ball on the outside, McKnight not able to do it. Settled by Hudson. No, I'm sorry, DeBrance tries to get past. That's taken away. Settled up by Cloud. Katie Cloud passes it to an open wing, and it will be the Huskies throw in. We're down to 5 minutes and 52 seconds.
Comes a couple more substitutions into the game for
Wright comes
Andover.
out. Yeah, Wright comes out. And boy, I wouldn't mind putting her out at any time. She's
she's made an impression on me tonight.
Yep,
that's for sure.
I agree.
Stockman looks good out there in the middle of the field, and we talked about it in the boys' game. If you can control the middle of the field, you have a good chance, and that's that's always the way I used to run it too. I ran it from the middle out.
Did you?
So,
okay.
Used to like to have 2 really good central defenders, 2 really good center midfielders, and 2 really good forwards. And then your next best on the outside. And when you had really good teams, those guys were really good too.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, I would have teams, Jim, where as a sophomore he was playing an outside mid, and by the time they're a senior, they're in the middle. And I'd tell them, you work your way into the middle of the field.
Hoffman comes in for DeBrance, who just whistled one wide. Good scoring opportunity. She put herself in good position on one of those.
Impressed with DeBrance too.
Yeah,
she's
persistent.
Not the tallest statue, but she is. She's kind of like 2 on the boys' team. You know, they're not the biggest players, but they're really skilled. And that 2 out here right now, she goes after it.
DeBrance, only a sophomore. So 3 years left of eligibility with her. McKnight settles it. McKnight has done a nice job being offensive from her defensive spot. She's been up quite a bit.
Well, you can tell they're well coached. I mean, they run a good system, and everybody knows what their job is. And those outside defenders, they'll creep up, and central defenders know what they need to do. So everybody knows what their role is.
McKnight, a sophomore, who's out there right now. Monsinger gives it up to McKnight. McKnight battling, and it will be a throw-in for the Huskies, I believe. Yep.
Totino-Grace continues to battle here, though. They're not going down without a fight. They're going to play this out to the end. So coach needs to be happy with that. About 3 minutes left here in the game, and Andover in full control.
Kicked out by the Huskies. It'll be Eagle ball. Really the tale of spurts. Huskies scored quickly, 2 goals quickly, and then we get through about midway through the second half, and then the Huskies explode for 3 goals within really about 3 or 4 minutes, and that really kind of set the tone and put the decision out of reach for Totino.
Well, they have to like the goal scoring. You know, getting 5 in this game with only getting 1 in the previous 2 games. So, I mean, the competition's a little bit different, but you can see what they can do if you bring that competition down just a notch and continue to get better as the season goes on, and you'll score goals a lot more.
So free kick for Totino.
Have to back them up a little bit here. Especially when it's 5-0. I'm backing up. I don't want that thing off the bean.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll back up. Darn right I will.
And a little miss hit on that one, and it'll be a goal kick for the Huskies.
Yeah, a couple of miss hits here late in the game for Totino-Grace. Some tired legs, I'm sure, you know, after 2-a-days or 3-hour practices the first couple of weeks, and now here we go. And legs get a little bit tired.
Totino last year lost to Hill Murray in the sectional semifinal. Ended up with a 9-6-2 record. And like I'd mentioned, Hill Murray is now out of the section. As they really, Matamii will be one of the powerhouses. White Bear, that area over there will be.
Yeah, White Bear's always strong, has a strong youth program.
Huskies now 40 seconds left to play. Hoffman sends it down. One touch to McKnight that's intercepted by Totino. And Purcell getting some valuable minutes here as well.
Well, a couple of entertaining games tonight, Jim. It's been fun, and Andover has to be happy with the goal scoring that they had in both games, and especially in this second one here.
Well, I think the set pieces of the corner kicks and being able to, score on those, I think bode well to the direction that Tracy Grease would like to go upcoming. And the Huskies slink out 5 goals, and they go to 2-1. And the Totino-Grace Eagles fall to 0-2. It's been a great night of soccer. Boys won 4-3. And the Andover girls win 5-0. Pete, this is early in the season, but I think we're starting to see kind of the cream rise.
Yeah, we'll know a lot more within the next couple of weeks here, but Andover looked good tonight. Congratulations to them, and it's always fun doing the games with you, Jim, and we'll see you down the line.
Absolutely. Hey, let's take a look at our broadcast schedule coming for QCTV. We have on the 29th. Boy, I tell you what, we are busy. Tomorrow night we will have Anoka volleyball. It'll be at St. Francis. That should be a fun matchup. And then we've got live and local, and it's going to be at Bunker Stable Park. So Cowboys, if you're interested in seeing what happens at Bunker Stables, join in at 2 o'clock on live and local for Andover. And then on the 31st, our first football game. It'll be a battle for the paddle, and it's early this year. Champlin will be at Anoka, and one of the best rivalries in the Metro, and just a fun night. So if you can't make it over to Goodrich, make sure you join us here on QCTV, and nothing else. As we talk about Cowboys, I want to let you know the Cowboys don't say goodbye. They say see you later. And we'll see you tomorrow night.
Sounds good.
On QCTV for volleyball. Thanks again for joining us. All the crew and Ryan Mush in the truck. We appreciate it. Have a great Monday.